we're going to be going through in the next a little more than 30 days.
Exactly. And Richard, what, we, now that they've opened the email and they're starting to read it, I mean, once they've opened it, again, make sure that it is not misleading. But and Matthew provided, as I said, that tip I just shared again, but what is a rule of thumb when you're putting together your email?
It's really difficult to go because everybody's got their own style, but you got to get to the point quickly. And once you make your point, they're either with you or they're gone. So after that, you can bring the information to them that you want, so you can have that educational moment, that informative moment, and have your bullet points or deliver it in an essay style. But you got to get them in there. If they're not hooked, they're gone.
And we touched on the mobile responsive importance of being, and again, that's why we love Constant Contact, because every email we put together, it's mobile responsive.
It's just like our websites. We went through it with websites about 18 months ago, bringing mobile responsive websites together. Otherwise, you just see your whole website as an image. Well, the same thing happens with your email. You don't want to look at your email as an image. You want them to be able to scroll through it and take their finger and go up and down and see what's in it.
That's a very important point that you just made, Richard, because I do receive emails that when I receive them, I have my email inbox set that I have to actually give permission for an image to be opened up in my email box. And I do receive a number of emails that I couldn't even begin to tell you what was in the body of that email because it's all image. So that is another key tip you need to remember. Don't put your content in an image and not have any text in your email as well. You want to make sure that you have images that are appealing, and because visual is what really does create that call to action. Everyone will click on an image in an email, but you have to have the text in the body of the email that gives information about that. But if all I see is an email that comes through and it's just a big flyer and I have to open it, I do not. Or especially if it doesn't give me a link to go open it up and view it on the web.
Correct. It's no different than Facebook. You try to put a meme together on Facebook that's selling. Hey, you've got very strict standards that you have to adhere to when you're putting text up there. It's not that Constant Contact or any of the other email service providers are saying you can't do it that way, but think of your audience. What does your audience want? What are they looking for? We've got opportunities for retail and for service-based companies to do a lot of promotion in the next 90 days coming into the holiday season. And yes, even service-based, even attorneys and accountants and consultants and all of that. People are looking for something, because you got to remember, the thing that happens here starting in January for businesses is we start a lot of planning. Our mind starts going to what's happening in 17. We've already got our game plan laid out. We've got everything working in our marketing plan, business plan, all these things. So most of those processes have already occurred, and we're waiting to timeline them in. But you got to get the strategy portion of it going, where you have that 2017 Q1 in pre-production.
Precisely. And in fact, come October, we have, just in the local area here in Brevard County, we have 3 different presentations on how to really rock your holiday marketing and drive traffic to and increase your revenues here during the holiday marketing season. But we'll be doing some webinars on that, as well as some following that up with some email marketing webinars, because email marketing, if you have not implemented that in part of your strategy for marketing and social media, we're going to share and show you, I should say, how simple it is and how valuable it is, not only to you, but to your clients and your prospective clients as well. So stay tuned for that. Now, also keep in mind, when you're the body of your email, less is best. Long gone are those emails that we used to produce with the beautiful 3 columns and all the information from a month and, on and on and on and on. It went from paper newsletters to your email newsletters, and we used to take that same information and put it in. You really want to have one concise and clear message in the body of your email. And because it's what Matthew said, over 50% are reading emails on their computer, you want to make sure that your strong call to action is at the top of the email, also known as
the subject line,
the scroll.
Scrolling.
Yeah, the scroll.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the scroll is even more important coming off of a laptop or desktop. When you're on your mobile devices, it's critical.
Well, think of a newspaper. When you pick up a newspaper, it's folded. Mm-hmm. And the headlines are on that front page before you even open it up underneath the fold. So that's what you have to think about on your email. Everything has to be above that fold line.
Look at the fold line. Go to your grocery store and look how they display newspapers and magazines. I mean, you go to the checkout line and immediately to your left on the conveyor belt up high, you see all of the magazines. Look at their subject lines. Incorporate those words into what you're doing for your subject line. How do you do that? Well, I can't buy all those magazines. No. Pull out your smartphone and take a picture of it.
And build what we call a swipe file, because those are great ideas that you can implement down the road when you're putting together your marketing.
Yeah, this isn't rocket science, but it's a lot of fun to come up with these ideas.
Oh, yeah.
Because they will affect the way you communicate with people, too, after you've done it for 4 or 5, 6 months. Your vocabulary is going to start changing when you're making conversations, at chamber events, at networking opportunities, at things that are just happen during the holiday season when you're at parties and mixers.
Now, once you have somebody that they've accepted your email in their inbox, they've opened it and they've read it, how do you start making money on it? Where's those results, right?
Absolutely so. But go back to what we said. Where do you start driving the results?
And that is
your website. And your website has to have the same care and consideration as your advertisement or your email. So you have to have those words that you were enticing those people in there. You have to have and talk about what was in your email. Don't lead them there and then talk about something totally different.
So it's that intentionality that we have to have in all marketing. We have to be the same way within our email marketing as well. Have a great, strong call to action. And, that way, if you have that strong call to action within your email, and when you're using a tool like Constant Contact, you will be able to see after those emails have been delivered and you go into what we call your back office and you look at all the details about that email, you can see who clicked on what link, what what image they clicked on. And it really, to me, it's more important to is to increase your click-throughs than it is really your opens. Because the click-throughs, those are the people that are going to take action, or at least they've gone to that next step. We now can reach out to them and ask questions of them because we have their email. We have their name if you've collected at least their first name when you've collected their email.
And you've got through that first level of trust. Okay, they want to see more. They're interested. So when you put out your next communication, you need to have all these points that people were interested in, where they were clicking on, and you need to keep on addressing it and refine your message until the point that now that they're clicking through, they're actually clicking for more information, or my favorite, the Buy Now button.
Love that Buy Now button. Well, and just remember, for email, as I call success tip, there's what I'm hearing Matthew shared, what we're sharing right now, there's no other medium that can reach as many customers as quickly and cost effectively as email marketing can. And I hear this, but Cheri, I have all these fans on my Facebook page. They're there and I don't have to worry about anything delivered into their inbox. Here's the thing. You may have 1,000 plus fans on your Facebook page, but are they all really engaging with you? How do you know if they are actually seeing your posts that you're putting out there on Facebook? We're not in control of that algorithm that Facebook shows.
And right now, Facebook is a public corporation. They need to make money. So they have deliberately reduced the visibility of your posts, wanting you to, one, boost a post, or even better for you because of is do a Facebook ad.
And that's the key thing there. Yes, you can reach a great audience on Facebook with Facebook ads, but it is going to cost you some money. Now, email marketing is not free. It is an investment. All of your marketing should be an investment. None of it should be an expense. It needs to be an investment that you're using wisely to expand your brand and your visibility. But with email marketing, you're doing permission-based marketing. These people, they have said they want to hear more. So now don't mislead them. Don't be distrustful with them. Make sure that you're providing some great information that they find valuable and interesting, so that they will definitely share it out as well. But because you have their email, you can really be in front of them more than you can on Facebook, because you may not have the emails of all those thousands of fans that you have. But again, there's a great tool that almost all email marketing tools provide, and that is a free app that you can place on not only your website, but also on your social media platforms, so people can sign up. Constant Contact has that. You can actually place that application on your Facebook page and encourage and lead people to sign up for your email marketing. So then now you have not only them as a fan, but you have their email as well, and you can you deliver right to their inbox.
The inbox is what wins. Social media is too fast. I mean, I go through social media most every morning and a few times in the evening, but I can't remember half of what I saw this morning. And by tonight, I won't probably remember anything of what I saw this morning, unless there was something in it that caused it to stand out.
So, I mean, to me, that's one of the biggest benefits of email marketing. You're building an email marketing list. It's cost effective. It's a cost effective method of really maximizing your profit potential, but it's also a very smart way to minimize the time that you spend marketing, and instead allow you to focus on growing your business, because we spend a lot of time trying to reach these fans. We try all sorts of things, but when you're sending your email out, you definitely know that you have been given permission to come into that inbox. So it does allow you to connect with your target audience, as well as help facilitate the process of an active subscriber becoming a customer.
Yeah. What happens when we're sending out our email list and we see that it's a good email, but they're not opening it? How long do we let that go, or do we delete them? I mean, just a rule of thumb, and I know every individual is different, that we're going to be addressing, not us, but when's enough?
I love that question, and I do hear that a lot, because I know people say, well, I'm sending these emails out and they're not opening them, and I'm going to get charged if I have those emails in my email list, so I'm going to get rid of them. I'll tell you what, I've heard too many stories, and we've experienced it as well, that someone they may not take action when they see an email coming through, but they do look. They may see it on social media, because especially if you're sharing your emails out on social media as well. My rule of thumb is, unless it is a bad email, do not remove it. Those individuals that no longer want to hear from you will opt out of your list, and don't get upset about it. Be thankful, because now you're not being a pest to them. And you know what? They can always come back.
And
I've done that with lists.
And you have enough room to put somebody that might be interested in there.
Yes. So I normally, when I look over my stats on my email that goes out, I always, look at the end of the week, I check it throughout the week, but at the end of the week, I will actually do a sort to see emails that have coming up as no longer, they've either been suspended or they're no longer a good email. I will go, and again, what I love about Constant Contact, I can click on that email and I can go see how the history of all the emails I've sent to that person.
What do you mean by history?
I can click on the email, And in my back office, in the contact area, my connections, I can actually see how long I've been sending emails to them, whether they've ever opened it, whether it's always bounced